good morning. Here we are. We're ready for our English lesson for today. This is going to be lesson 27, so you're going to be on page 53 in your English book, 53 and 54. 54 will be your assignment. All right, so this whole chapter we've been talking about nouns. We learned about common nouns and proper nouns. We learned the capitalization rules. Well, actually, we didn't learn them. We just went over them because you already knew them. We've gone over possessive nouns, now today we're going to talk about possessive nouns, but we're going to talk about possessive nouns that are plural. Yesterday we did possessive nouns that were singular, where one person or one place or one thing owned something. Okay? Today we're going to talk about when more than one person or more than one place or more than one thing owns something. Okay? And that's called plural, when they're plural. And of course we talked about when they own something, we say that's possessive. Now, there's only a couple of rules that you have to remember. We know that when it's just one, when it's singular, you just add an apostrophe S, easy peasy. But when it's plural possessive, it's a little bit different. We got a couple more rules that we have to remember. So look at the top of page 53, the yellow box at the top. A plural noun names more than one person, place, or a thing. Like children, that's plural, that's more than one. Buildings, books, opinions, okay? Those are all plural nouns. Now, a plural possessive noun shows that more than one person, place, or a thing owns something. Now, to make the possessive form of a plural noun that ends with an S, then you just have to add an apostrophe to the word. Now, before you get that blazoned in your mind, let me rephrase that and say that in East Texas way. Now, you know that when you have a noun and you need to make it plural, where it shows more than one, generally, you just put an S on it, right? Like if you have one boy, that's singular, okay? Now we've got two boys, okay? So all we have to do to make the word boy plural is just put an S on it, okay? So if we wanted to say the boys' fishing poles, okay, that means there's more than one boy. Boy ends with an S, the boys' fishing poles. Then if it already ends with an S when it's plural, just add an apostrophe behind the S. So it would be B-O-Y-S apostrophe. That tells us that there's more than one boy and they own something, okay? Now, look right at the very bottom of that yellow box at the top. This is the other rule that we have to remember. Remember how some plural nouns do not end with an S? Remember we had a couple of lessons, one or two lessons over those strange spelling nouns, the ones that we have to change the word, or we have to change the spelling a little bit to make it plural. They don't always end with an S, do they? Oh dear, so what do? Well, you add an apostrophe S when they don't end with an S. Let's look at the very bottom of that yellow page. You see where it says children's toys? Now, children is plural, right? But it doesn't end with an S. So if we need to say there was many children that had toys, the children's toys, then since it doesn't end with an S, you'd just do like normal. And you would just add apostrophe S, just like they did there. If it already ends with an S when it's plural, just add an apostrophe. If it doesn't, just add apostrophe S. Those are the only things we have to remember. All right, let's look at the guided practice. All right, so on 1 through 5, again, it just wants us to underline the plural possessive, okay? So the scientists' theories were correct. The plural possessive would be scientists, okay? Notice that it's got an apostrophe. That's because there's many scientists. There's plural. There's more than one scientist, and it ends with an S. So they own the theories. Theories belong to them. So we have to put an apostrophe behind that S that's already there. And we say the scientists' theories, and that tells us there's more than one scientist. Number 2, Jim went to the biologist's meeting. The plural possessive, biologists. More than one biologist. Number 3, the butterfly's wings are beautiful. Beautiful. Butterflies, that's a mouthful. Butterflies is the plural possessive. And butterflies, plural, already ends with an S, so you just add the apostrophe. Number 4, the teacher listened to the students' presentations. Okay, students is your plural possessive. Many students gave many presentations, so it's all plural. And students ends with an S when it's plural, so you just put the apostrophe. Number 5, they explained how butterflies drink the flower's nectar. Now this is kind of a tricky one. Now you look at butterflies and you think, oh, well that's the plural. No, flowers is the plural possessive. I bet you got that. So they explained how butterflies, that's just plural. That's not showing that anything belongs to the butterflies. That's not possessive. It's just saying we know how butterflies drink. That's just plural. Nothing belongs to it. Got that? Okay. But flowers, the nectar belongs to the flowers. So that's possessive. Okie dokie. Now, let's do 6 and 7, and then we'll do like we did yesterday, and I'll have you pause it and finish the rest, and then we'll check it before you do the assignment, okay? Number 6. Now, it says to rewrite the phrase using a plural possessive. The trunks of the elephants. Okay, many elephants. So we're going to say the elephant's trunks. Now, elephants already ends with an S when you make it plural, right? So you'll just add the apostrophe. So you'll spell elephants, apostrophe, and then trunks. The elephant's trunks. Go ahead and pause it while you write that down. All right, number 7, the lessons of the teachers. Okay, many teachers have lessons, and teachers already ends with an S when it's plural. So it's going to be the same thing as elephants. You're going to spell teachers, apostrophe, lessons, teachers' lessons. Okay? All right, so go ahead and pause me as you finish 8 through 12, and then turn it back on, and we'll check it before you do the assignment. Zadok, open the door and stop. Now. All right, number 8. Now, this was a little different. This would be men's names, or the men's names. Now, men is plural. Does not end with an S when it's plural, so you would have to add apostrophe S. So, men, apostrophe S, men's names. Number 9, the lion's dens. Lion ends with an S when it's plural, so you would just put an apostrophe after the S. Lion's dens. All right, number 10 should have been the first one. 11, the second one. And 12, the first one. Let me tell you that one more time. Number 10 is the first. 11 would be the second. And 12 would be the first. Okay, I hope you got those right. If you're not understanding, if you need some more help, ask your Nana, and then she can message me, and I'll send you another video if I need to, okay? All right, so go ahead and do page 54 for your assignment. Make sure that you do the applying right at the bottom. And that will be all for today.